Perpetual contracts are a unique type of agreement that can have significant implications in various legal and business contexts. These contracts, unlike traditional agreements, do not have a predefined end date, allowing them to continue indefinitely unless specific conditions for termination are met. At their core, perpetual contracts are designed to establish long-term relationships between parties. They often include provisions for automatic renewal, ensuring continuity unless one party decides to terminate the agreement. This structure can be particularly beneficial in scenarios where ongoing services or partnerships are desired. Key characteristics of perpetual contracts include their lack of a specified end date and the absence of explicit termination rights. However, it's important to note that not all contracts without a specified time period are necessarily perpetual. Some agreements may contain clauses that trigger common law rights related to termination, even if these rights are not explicitly stated. Perpetual contracts are prevalent in various industries. For example, service agreements for software subscriptions or maintenance often renew automatically without an end date. In the realm of intellectual property, licensing agreements frequently employ perpetual clauses. Franchise agreements may include perpetual terms to ensure long-term operational rights for franchisees. Even some executive employment contracts feature perpetual terms, subject to mutual agreement, for termination. The question of when perpetual contracts can be terminated is complex and often depends on implied terms and the specific context of the agreement. Courts may be reluctant to impose their views on what parties should have considered when creating the contract, respecting the principle of freedom of contract. However, in commercial agreements, courts often conclude that the parties must have intended the agreement to be terminable due to the nature of the business relationship. Enforcing perpetual contracts can present legal challenges due to their indefinite nature. Courts generally uphold parties' freedom to enter agreements, but may hesitate to enforce terms they find overly restrictive or unreasonable. They may imply a reasonable duration based on factors such as the time needed for parties to recoup investments or achieve intended outcomes. The enforceability of perpetual contracts can vary significantly depending on the jurisdiction. Some courts may favor implied termination rights, while others adhere strictly to the terms outlined in the contract. Many jurisdictions impose an obligation to act in good faith, preventing one party from exploiting indefinite terms to the detriment of the other. In conclusion, perpetual contracts offer unique advantages in fostering long-term business relationships, but they also come with complex legal considerations. Their enforceability depends on various factors, including contract terms, implied rights, and the nature of the business relationship. Given the complexities involved, it's often advisable for parties to seek legal assistance to fully understand their rights and obligations in perpetual agreements. By carefully considering these factors, businesses and individuals can make informed decisions when entering into or managing perpetual contracts,